Today with Ray. Hello, my friends. Well, you can see I have in that sharp interactive board my friend Trey Lee, and Trey Lee is from CareAR. Folks, I'm excited about CareAR and what they're doing in the marketplace to change service forever. We're going to talk a little bit about that, get an update on what CareAR is doing in the marketplace. And Trey Lee, it's great having you on. How are you doing, man?
Doing great, Ray. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's always great having you on. You know, CareAR's just an awesome product. I'm super excited about it, and I've been kind of watching you really close over this last year. And how's it going out in the market? I know you're responsible for the BTA, and what other channels are you responsible to get on board with this?
You know, I like to look at it as being agnostic to industry, product, whatever it may be. CareAR can help you, wherever you need our help.
Okay, which is pretty awesome. How's it going with my friends in that BTA or copier industry channel?
It's going great. We're really starting to see some good momentum, especially in 2022, the start of this year. We're getting a lot of these Xerox, non-Xerox channels to start adopting this to help out their service organization.
Well, you know, we were all reading about the Great Resignation. We're seeing where, our industry, the service techs are, basically they're aging out. I mean, our average age inside that print sector is about 58 years old. So obviously augmented reality is a great help to bring expertise on demand, which is what this is all about. But, can you share with us some of the kind of home runs with CareAR in the marketplace? I mean, where's the sweet spot, and who's really kind of been moving this along? Because I know your revenues are growing. ServiceNow made a huge investment in CareAR, which valued that company, by the way, at $700 million. So, obviously you're getting some momentum. Where is that momentum at, Trey?
I think you hit the nail on the head. When you talk about aging out employees, Xerox had that same issue. 50% of our support staff is retirement eligible. CareAR can augment that and help it going forward. So we're using that same model throughout the channel partner and direct model business so that we help support organizations that maybe have a large retirement staff going, hire someone less expensive that can be in the field, maybe not be in the field, maybe they're the back office expert, and move forward and save and improve their bottom line.
Well, I think it's also beneficial if you have a dealer or even a Xerox office, that's working on multiple brands, and you can't have all these experts on all these brands, especially in the higher end stuff. And so it makes it a whole lot easier to be able to remote right in. So you have a demo, and I want to show this. And folks, this demo is about 2 minutes long, but stick with us, and we're going to put a link to this video on it too. But it shows the platform working with a mobile device, because a lot of people, Trey, when they think about augmented reality, they're thinking about some kind of Facebook app or something, or we'll just FaceTime with people. And I think it's important then for them to understand that this integrates with your dispatching system, with your service template. In this particular demo, it's with ServiceNow. But my friends in the imaging channel, just keep in mind, if it integrates with ServiceNow, it sure as hell can integrate with any platform out there. But can you roll that and show us that video real quick? It's pretty cool.
Sure. And to preface it by saying, this is kind of the future, and we are in the future now of CareAR. So we started off with CareAR Assist, moved into CareAR Instruct. The difference being you have to have an expert on the end of Assist. You can be independent because of the content created for CareAR Instruct. You can be hands-free, you can use wearables, whatever it may be to help your job without having to reach back to someone else. You can be solely independent and solve an issue.
Wow.
So let me run this video real quick for you here, and we can chat a little bit after it.
And keep in mind, folks, with the implementation of the Right to Repair Act, this kind of technology comes in handy really big. So go ahead, Trey, we're ready for you.
This is a demonstration of CareAR Instruct, launched from a ServiceNow field service work order. A field service technician is assigned a work order task to address a reported malfunction on an MRI machine. The technician clicks on the CareAR Instruct button to seamlessly launch the CareAR Augmented Reality experience. The CareAR app loads the relevant content for the MRI machine. The app quickly recognizes the MRI machine, highlighting important hotspots. Clicking on one of the hotspots reveals more information about the device with appropriate content. As you move closer, CareAR identifies multiple inner parts of the device and gives the technician more details. The technician uses the search panel to get instant access to content relating to the work order, including internal knowledge base articles, videos, and more. The technician clicks on a video to watch a quick example of how to fix the issue. Needing further assistance, the technician selects the AR instructions for in-depth guidance using augmented reality. A detailed step-by-step process to resolve the issue begins. The technician points the camera towards the chip that needs to be replaced and sees animated AR 3D instruction showing how to lift the lever. While performing the step, CareAR monitors the state of the lever and verifies that it was lifted properly. When the verification is completed, a snapshot is automatically taken and embedded into the ServiceNow work order. After visual verification, CareAR automatically continues to the next step in the repair process. As the technician moves through the steps, CareAR verifies that tasks were completed properly. Some steps even include videos to further illustrate what the technician needs to do. A mix of instructional videos, text, and 3D animation in AR ensures accuracy in performing even the most sensitive steps. The work is now complete, and the technician returns to review the work order in ServiceNow. CareAR automatically embedded the pictures from the verified completed steps into the work order task. The job is done, and the technician can move on to the next work order.
That's pretty cool, Trey. Come on back. So, I wanted to leave it in the iPhone form, so it's a little small on the screen, but the importance of that is we're doing this off an iPhone, or we're doing it off an iPad, if you will, or even a computer if you wanted to. But it's a definitely interesting program, and I think about that application there in the hospital. If let's just say that I'm a service provider, and you might see maybe I'm an IT service provider as well as a print provider, some of these bigger dealer friends of ours, and they have an account that is a hospital. Obviously, they're not going to go in there and try to fix MRI machines. But obviously, there's probably people on staff at the hospital that do fix MRI machines. So they could sell this software to the hospital to use in their own environment. So am I right about that?
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. You can also sell it to, a managed services support company as well that would have on-site personnel. I do want to make a note. You mentioned an iPhone or an iPad. That's just Apple. We're agnostic to device.
Okay.
So keep that. It's very, very important where, some of the competition out there or lesser competition is agnostic. They have to be on a certain particular product. Okay. We are agnostic to product.
Well, that's a good point. I'm glad you said that. You know me, I'm an Apple person, so I just say it, the iPhone, Apple stuff. But okay, you Samsung folks, you got you could use your device. But I think it's important for the dealers or even anybody that's selling technology services to organizations, even folks that are just doing assessments to organizations, that this is just another product that they could deliver to that organization. So it doesn't mean that they even have to use CareAR to fix the stuff at the hospital. They're selling the platform to the hospital, so their internal staff that maybe works on the MRI machines or whatever other thing they're working on that's not the seller's core deliverable, or where the seller has any knowledge in that field. So that's pretty interesting. Do you see a lot of that happening with some of the IT folks?
We absolutely do. We see it in a couple different ways. We see one where you look at it as a true revenue generation tool. Mm-hmm. So you sell it, they use it, they then recoup support cash off of that. But we also see directly hitting the bottom line. Say a customer is using it, it makes them more efficient. They can get to more tickets in a shorter time period. So without even knowing it, they're increasing their bottom line. So positive, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking in my mind, if you have and I'm going to go back to I guess it could be a smaller dealer as well, but if your goal is to bring other services and products into the marketplace, I just don't want our friends to be thinking about CareAR to fix printers as the end game. I think they need to think of CareAR as a product, a software, a in-depth solution. You're delivering augmented reality into the marketplace for your customers to use. And I'm thinking about the air conditioning people, And you know,
It
anybody
doesn't
that's
matter.
plumbers, anybody that's doing service that you might have agreements with. Pretty cool
Like,
stuff.
you know, I use the word agnostic a lot,
Yeah.
and probably way too much, but it's so true with CareAR and augmented reality. We are agnostic to product, to vertical, to industry. You name it, we're agnostic to it.
So if a dealer or anybody that watching this wants to get more information, well, of course I'll tag you on this, and you'll help them with that, regardless of the vertical they're in. That's your job.
Absolutely.
And you know, I look forward to having you back on, Trey. Is there anything you want to add before we end?
No, this is great, Ray. I appreciate again you having us on and talking about CareAR, and hopefully we can touch some people out there and do some business.
Well, you know, augmented reality is the future. You want to hire the younger generation, you better have the tools the younger generation wants to use. Showing them their
Right.
toolbox and their screwdriver they're going to use isn't going to get them to come work for you. Showing them the virtual reality glasses they're going to wear and how they're going to deal with augmented reality, you might be able to get some pretty interesting people. Because, Trey, we all know this. Status quo is the killer of all that'll be invented. Don't get stuck in status quo, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.